OIC speech there. Turkey analyst Yusuf Erim joins me now live in the studio. Thanks so much for coming in. So President Erdogan very clearly keeping up the pressure to get justice finally in the Khashoggi killing.
He brought out the hammer today. He indirectly named MBS. There's no doubt about it that he was talking about MBS today. Before today, he left them out of his comments, and he would always say that he believed the king was never involved, not naming MBS. But today, he said that from the recordings, what we understand is that those closest to MBS carried this out and successfully accomplished their orders. And he also said that when he was talking about the Saudi foreign minister, he said they're not seeking justice. If they were, they'd extradite these people to Turkey, but they know where a Turkish investigation with these suspects would lead to. And he specifically said, well, he did not name MBS. He said Nikki Haley named who the orchestrator of this murder is.
Do you think President Erdogan at this point is feeling emboldened or frustrated by the actions of the U.S. Congress, who are upping the pressure on the White House, but then the lack of action on behalf of the White House to actually condemn MBS himself?
I think he feels both. He feels emboldened that they're trying to do something and put pressure on the president, but he's frustrated that these attempts are getting blocked as well. And I think that's one of the main reasons why he really upped the ante today with his speech.
Okay. He also, at that conference, elaborated on the planned operation to remove the YPG from areas east of the Euphrates in Syria. What else, what details did he provide on that?
One of the things he said was that Turkish forces struck Sinjar and Karajak yesterday, right on the Iraqi side of the Syrian border. Now, these are very important areas because a lot of YPG fighters infiltrate Syria through these areas, and these are also areas like supply lines. And actually, there's been a lot of Daesh fighters who have also used this area as well to come into Syria. So that was very important. He also directly sent a message to the U.S. saying that if you do not clean Manbij from terrorism, we will come into Manbij as well. Now, this is beyond the joint patrols that were talked about in the roadmap. He's directly talking about an operation into Manbij. So this is very important. President Erdogan has delayed this operation for months and months. One of the most important things for him was this Manbij roadmap, when it was agreed upon earlier this year, it gave him hope. He wanted to work with the U.S. in Syria, but he's now seeing that this roadmap is only leading Turkey into a dead end and that he has to up the pressure. Also, one of the reasons for this timing is U.S. President Donald Trump's announcement that the fight against Daesh is over. Now, President Erdogan did not want an operation to hamper America's fight against Daesh. He did not want that responsibility or that blame put on Turkey. So he waited and waited, but now that Daesh is neutralized or a very minimal threat, he feels the timing is right to go and take out the YPG, which is one of the biggest threats to Turkish national security.
You know, the U.S. had said any unilateral action within Syria by a foreign power would be considered unacceptable at this point. But those are just words. The U.S. wouldn't be able to take any kind of direct action to try to prevent this, would they?
The U.S. and Turkey are NATO allies, and it would be unprecedented for a NATO ally to take military action against a NATO ally. Now, when we look at the U.S., they have an estimated 2,000 troops, maybe more like 1,500 in the area. Obviously, a Turkish operation into an area as big as the Euphrates Valley will be a huge operation with tens of thousands of soldiers coming in. So just the mere force of the Turkish and Turkish-backed rebels coming into the area will be huge. They're going to take the greatest care to try to avoid any type of conflict or any type of contact with American soldiers as well. So there's militarily, at the moment, there's nothing really the United States can do except for some tough talk. Turkey has the superiority soldier-wise. They have logistics.
Not just militarily, though. Is there something else? The United States wouldn't dare look at, taking some kind of legislative action against Turkey, sanctions or something.
The F-35 deal's been talked about. It's going to be blocked. It's not going to be blocked. They've tried to tie that more into the S-400 deal, the air defense missile system that Turkey's purchased from Russia and awaiting delivery in late 2019. Maybe they can take some legislative action. We're going to have to see how that plays out with the new Congress and new Senates coming in, how that's going to play out. But right now, that's just speculation. But a Turkish operation, it looks like, is going to happen way before the new Senate and Congress come in.
Okay. Yusuf, thanks so much, as
Thank you.
always, for coming in.